I'll comment on the field artillery. I think our field artillery was superior because we had the ability to mass fire. Through survey and fire direction center, you could bring dozens of guns together at the same target at the same instant. And that was very effective against the Germans, and prisoners that we would capture said that's the thing they dreaded most, was our masked fire capability. On the other hand, the Germans had one weapon that was especially good, the 88, which was a rifle, not a howitzer. In other words, it direct fire rather than lob the shells in. And it was deadly and very accurate, and our guys just dreaded the German 88s. So they were superior in the 88s, we were superior in the artillery howitzer type fire.
Although I was in the infantry, at the time we were in the Pacific, we had command of the sea, which when you're out there on the ship, you enjoy the privilege of having the sea power. Also air power. Planes were in the air all the while. We had, the bombardments, shelling going on from the shore. So before these invasions, we really had equipment coming out of our ears in relationship to having softening up supposedly the islands. Our own equipment, we had the M1 rifle, we had the carbine, we had the bazooka coming into Okinawa, which was a rocket launcher type of deal, but I carried one into Okinawa. But with a couple rounds, pretty soon you're not going to be carrying that much longer. So our weapon of choice was the M1 rifle for the rifleman that was there, and it compared well in our machine guns and mortars and so forth with the Japanese. They did come up with a 320 millimeter projectile that you could see coming through the air that I think was helped them developed by Germany, may have helped Japan on that, and I don't think we had anything like that. Because when you saw this thing coming through the air, you got for your foxhole or underground or out of the sight.
Our equipment was excellent, but the Germans also had excellent equipment. They had a long time to prepare for the war. They'd been in it for a long time. Like Jimmy mentioned, their 88 gun, it took the heart out of you because it could fire at an airplane or it could turn around and it fired at one person. And when that gun fired, it would go by, bang, boom, bang, just that quick. And by the time the shell was landing was when you were hearing it. And when you'd see it rip up stuff around you, it just took the heart out of it. It was a terrible, frightening gun to infantry on the ground. Their automatic weapons were very good. Most of our automatic weapons operated at about 500 to 600 rounds a minute. Theirs operated at 1,500 rounds per minute. So that's why they call them burp guns. And that unnerves you too, because our guns will go, theirs go, burp, burp, burp. That takes the heart out of you. That's too.
That's worse than a firing squad.
Sorry about that. So their equipment was excellent, and it was very frightening.
Our equipment in the hospital where I worked in dental, the equipment was very good and up to date, and also the supplies were always available because the guys were coming back from overseas. And if they were up for discharge, we had to make sure their teeth were in perfect condition before they were discharged. And also the officers who were re-enlisting into the service, we took care of their teeth before they went back into field duty. So we had excellent equipment.